There has been so many customers that maybe I just met once or some I never met in person. They've been doing their business for a while and I still haven't, tried their pizza or visited them. So this year I'm making a point to actually go, meet with them, try their pizza and see exactly what they are doing and what they are about. Yes, so I'm going to drive down to Conroe, Texas, and my first stop is going to be Gabino's Wood-Fired Pizza, where I'm going to be meeting with Ernesto and his wife Elsie, and David and Diego, who are their two sons. So I heard they make fantastic pizza, and actually, if you can remember, that's their second trailer. They got one with us about 3 years ago, and then they just got one last summer, and I still haven't gotten to go down and meet with them, so I look forward to it. The drive should be about 3.5 hours, depending on the traffic, leaving Dallas and getting towards Houston. Okay, I'll be on my way. I will see you later. Okay, so here we are, leaving Dallas, Redstone Oven's office and warehouse. We're going to head down towards Houston, actually specifically Conroe, Texas. I'm going to go see customer of ours, Gabino's Wood-Fired Pizza, Ernesto and Elsie. So it's about 3.5 hours and we should be there. They started out with a porch trailer that they had bought themselves, and they came to us asking if we could put one of our ovens on it, which we did. And then that was about 2-3 years ago. And then they came back to us as they were growing their business, and they really wanted to get a second trailer, but this time they didn't want to go through another company like they did the first time around. The second time around, they really wanted to make sure that they get the right quality. They wanted to make sure that it was exactly the design they wanted, with sufficient space inside the trailer, with the axles properly placed to balance the trailer. So they came directly to us. And I have to admit, I love a repeat customer. It's probably the best compliment that we can receive. So here we are, about to pull up to the location of the Gabino's Wood-Fired Pizza. For their second trailer, they actually partnered with a local bar that does all kind of different events like concerts. So they could park their trailer there permanently and do pizza vending pretty much Wednesday through Sunday every day from that very location.
They have a full bar inside, have a stage, tables, chairs. Every weekend they have a live music from 7 till 10 o'clock, but it's always different artists on the weekend. Bring a lot of people. Sometimes it's just really not enough parking. Pretty much every weekend is just full of cars. It's packed. We know the owner, really nice guy with the family too.
We all support each other, and he's been asking us for a few years if we want to come over here, but since we didn't have this trailer, it was impossible to just leave the other trailer in just one place, because we do mostly caterings and events or schools. Once we got this trailer, we talked to him, and that's how we ended up in here.
We opened September 2025.
And we just keep the other one to keep moving around the events, and this stays open from Wednesday to Sunday each week. We have a guy that helps us over here, and we all split up. So now I have to be cooking with him.
Our nephew with another person that runs this trailer here. They work, the weekends. They open on Wednesday, but the weekends he needs extra help. Sometimes we have 3 people. Friday and Saturday, we have the concert. It's maybe like 400 or 500 people in this place. Plus, have DoorDash, and we take orders out the window. The bartenders are taking orders inside, and all the pizzas are printing over here in the trailer. We make about 100. Sometimes, by 9:30 we're out, especially like October, November, December, pretty much every weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. By 9, we're sold out already. Normally, it's like 3 people in the weekends, busy months.
A good location is definitely a major part of a successful food truck business, and it seems like Ernesto and Elsie have definitely found this here. When they ordered the trailer, we installed the refrigeration equipment for them, but it definitely looks a lot different now that they have put the wrap on the outside of the trailer.
And sometimes we do like caterings with pasta, and we have the le pasta over here too.
Ernesto and Elsie did some customization of their trailer once they received it, making sure all of the equipment and setup worked for their personal business flow.
I ready to cook pizzas, you know. I always wanted to do this type of pizza, wood fire pizza, because I like something original, like it's like the way pizza was invented. I always wanted it to do something like that, but I didn't have the opportunity because, you know, I was always busy. One day I'm like, you know, I need to do something for me because I'm just working and working here every day. So we decided to do, you know, start with one trailer. We were planning that, and then the pandemic came, and that's when we're like, I lost my job, and we were having to do the trailer in 2019. What do we do now? So we wait a little bit, and we start working on the project. It's a little bit, you know, we were at home for a year, and I didn't know how to cook pizzas on the brick oven. So I bought an oven. It was really heavy. It was like 5,000 pounds. It was just very difficult to put them in the truck, but we bring it home. You know, we drive like maybe an hour and a half, and we put them in the truck, and we bring it home. And for 1 year, I was testing, you know, making a lot of recipes with the oven, temperature. Sometimes the pizzas it won't cook, putting the dough really cold. Sometimes I was burning the pizzas.
Makes it extra crispy, right?
I was spending maybe like 10 hours a day, you know, trying to see what is gonna work, what's not gonna work, looking on videos on YouTube. And that's how I learned more. I was like, you know, I'm gonna look videos how Napolitan pizza is processed, and then I learn from that a lot, you know. And I'm still learning. I'm not gonna say, hey, I already know everything. And that's how we start. 2021, we opened the first trailer. First months, maybe $200 a day. One day, maybe $100. So maybe one day, maybe nothing. Mm-hmm. And then we're like, what we're gonna do? I don't think we're gonna make it. So we're like, let's try to go to a bars. Maybe people will buy pizzas. It was okay. The other thing, I didn't know how to drive with the trailer. That was another problem.
It's a fun experience, cable by cable by cable, because we had no idea how to park in a driveway. It was a fun learning experience for sure.
Yeah, so it was take me like 6 months to kind of learn a little bit. I was showing up to the events, and the trailer was all...
I can't believe that he drove all the way to Dallas for the first oven without knowing how to drive a trailer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, drive like 4 hours. I didn't know. I was like, Dallas is gonna go just straight. Yeah, I was just driving. I was like, the 45 is straight, but I didn't know about curbs. I didn't know, you know, how to back it up. I didn't have the idea. Like we make it, you know, all the way to Dallas, come back. Still, as the trailer that we use for the events, we do maybe like 6. Sometimes we do double events, 5 days a week. We're still doing a lot of events. Yeah, we do in the oven, we do 6 pizzas, 10-inch. You know, when the first start, I was afraid to put one pizza in the oven. And now I put 6. This oven, I've been done 5 at the same time, medium size. I think the 10-inch we can do maybe like 8. And we have a big catering this next month. It's 700 pizzas, small pizzas.
That we do on the other trailer with the smaller oven.
Yeah, I still do 5 or 6. Yes, mm-hmm. And you know, each pizza takes like 2.5 minutes. It takes us about, you know, the event is from 4 p.m. until 11. So we do 700 pizzas.
That's our biggest event.
100 pizzas an hour. It's a small oven, but you know, I'm just like surprised how fast they can cook the pizzas and keep up with everything. You know, it all depends on the dough. You know, how if the dough is cold, it's not like room temperature. When the dough is cold, it takes longer to cook. And that's what I've been learning a lot. It's on the floor, it just gets cold. That's something that happened when I was learning. I cooked 40, 50 pizzas in 3 hours. And the oven, it was already like, I'm like, why it's cold already? The pizzas, it wasn't cooking in the bottom like the way it should be. I was like, something is not working. So I started looking more in videos on YouTube, and that's how I find out. We start with, going like doing markets, farmers markets. Yes, we were doing a lot of those. And then we do it caterings like birthday parties. I was afraid, you know, because I was like, I'm gonna cook 50 pizzas in 2 hours and in 1 hour. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna have to do it. because I have no other option. That's the only way we can make more money. I learned from that, like, hey, I'm gonna look how to cook the pizzas faster without having a bad quality on the product. So, and that's why I start looking more videos, more and more and more, and that's how I learn more. And I was afraid, I was like, sometimes we got a phone call, hey, we never try a good fire pizza. We want to try it, but we want you guys to do my birthday party. Have a birthday party, 40 people, and how long will it take you to cook 40 pizzas? So we're like, it'll take us maybe 2 hours. They're like, okay, no, that's fine. The people were like, okay, that's not a problem.
As long as you come,
as long as you guys can make it, just come. So we started doing that, 40 pizzas in maybe 2 hours. Now 40 pizzas, we do it like in 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes.
By the hour, we're about to, we're
Yes.
leaving now. And now we do, we serve weddings, like on weddings, we have done up to 220 people. And on weddings, you have a short time, like 45 minutes to an hour to serve. We do it.
Yeah, what we do, on the weddings, we have to cook some pizzas ahead of time. So we cook
Like
some
10 minutes before.
Like 20 minutes before serving, we start cooking some pizzas. So that way, you don't have a line of people waiting for pizza for 20, 30 minutes. So we cook some pizzas ahead of time, and that helps a lot. And still, the quality is not bad.
Keep them on the warmer, before serving them. And so whenever we go and put them on the tray, the pizza still hot. We do the Hershey pizza, fried and grilled. Everyone loves that. Sometimes, social media, use it like videos. All of this helps a lot because, people are always looking into, oh, look, they did this, and taking the little details of every single event, that's how it gets you more. Whenever we started and we opened over there, we were in a food truck part. And when we opened over there, we meet some people, and now we did a wedding, I think, the past September, and we had no idea. Whenever I asked them how did they found us, the bride said, oh, my aunt, she used to visit you over there, and that's how she told us about it. And that's whenever we came over, used to meet you out to see how your product was, because we wanted to do it on a wedding. So yes, it's mostly word of mouth for sure.
Favorite is when we do events and we just work half a day. Half a day, you work half a day and you already have a big sale.
The Gabino's oldest son, Diego, is a very important part of their business, from helping take orders at the window to slicing and serving the finished pizza to customers.
We get to spend more time together, and we work together as a family. And it's he has to come in and he has to help, and he is really good on the window. And to spend more time together, that's what I like about it.
I asked Ernesto and Elsie one of the most important questions of someone who runs a pizza business. What is your favorite pizza?
Yeah,
margarita or pepperoni, that's the ones
a pizza that we also like is the white one, because of the flavor of the ricotta, the combination, and the truffle oil on top.
We use the truffle oil on the white, and she didn't like the smell of the truffle oil on the pizza. I made a pizza so she can try it. She's like, I don't want to try it. I was like, okay. So we were doing a school lunch. So we finished doing the school lunch. I made a pizza for me. I was in the truck driving, and I was eating the pizza. I finished it, and I left one slice. And she's like, can I try that? Can I try it? I said, try it. And when she bites, she's like, wow, this pizza is so good. And then now that's what she saw it like.
Everyone asked for it. It got so popular to the point that we had to add it to the menu because everyone was asking for it. Another one that is really good, the Alfredo one, because he makes his own Alfredo sauce in the house. So the flavor, everything is fresh. Sometimes we have brides before in the past that they love the Alfredo sauce so much to the point that they wanted to do pasta with the Alfredo. They're like, can you serve a pasta with Alfredo? Noodles with Alfredo, because they love the Alfredo so much. We go to some schools, 90% of the pizzas are Alfredo sauce.
They have found a way to keep their most used ingredient fresh and always available for their pizza making process.
They grow their own basil. Whenever it's the season, the plants gets
Basil, jalapeno, tomatoes,
They're
cilantro.
Uh-huh.
Now I make the garden bigger, doing like 20 to 30 plants of basil for the 2 trailers. From April till October, all the basil we use is from our garden.
We didn't purchase like
No,
from the store.
we don't buy from the store.
And you know, like the smell of the basil that tastes so strong, and it tastes different than the store one.
Yeah, that's what we do for our margarita pizza. We go to 1 pound of basil a week in 5 days.
After learning this much about their business, it was time to get cooking.
Okay, so I'm gonna make margarita. We put cherry tomatoes. Some people don't like it, but I do. Garlic, a little bit more regular mozzarella.
One of the most important factors in a good pizza is making the dough in advance. And Ernesto makes his dough at least 24 hours in advance.
Yes, I make the dough 24 hours before we cook the pizzas. We let it do the fermentation 12 hours at room temperature, 12 hours in the fridge. Caputo flour, yes, for a brick oven, you know, Caputo is 100% worth it.
Now we need to talk about the choice to expand their business.
We decided to do a second trailer. We always have a lot of customers, you know, calling, hey, where are you guys open today? Customers were always looking
It was
for
like
us.
a hunting.
Like, hey, when are you
hunting
guys
game.
gonna be open? We will tell them place, we are in Conroe. And they're like, oh, we're in Willis.
We'll be driving like an hour used to
Some
get
people will be
pizza.
driving like 40 minutes to where we were located. And sometimes we were in a private neighborhood and they will figure
They
out
will
how
sneak
to
in.
sneak in.
How to sneak in into the neighborhood.
Just
Uh-huh.
to have the pizza, yes. And we're like, you know, I think.
And now they come over here and they tell us, you remember when I used to sneak in the neighborhood, used to get pizza? And we're like,
Yes, so we're open, you know, Wednesday through Sunday. Have a lot of customers that come here, you know, just for the pizza. There's really not a lot of brick oven pizza or wood fire pizza. A lot of people use brick oven, but it's not a wood fire pizza. Some people want to have
doing good.
the smoke flavor on pizza.
Yeah.
You know, you can do half and half.
This is the best pizza I ever had. After learning about Ernesto's and Elsie's business, it was time for me to say goodbye, and I wanted to take the time to sign one of our wooden pizza peel and present it to them. Alright, that's it. I just spent a great evening with the Gabino's family and the Gabino's Wood-Fired Pizza. Time to say goodbye. Bye, thank you so much, guys. You can see from the outside the trailer, the bar, concert hall. They really have a fantastic location. It's always heartwarming to see customers who do so well, have great location, and keep growing their business. So congratulations to the Gabino's Wood-Fired Pizza. The Gabino's has really found a wonderful spot to park their trailer with the bar, the table, the music, and of course their quality ingredient to make wonderful pizza.